Hi, my name is Nisha Harmon, and this is my mother, Kathy Cannon, and we are the mother-daughter team that has invented the SecurePocket Diaper Brief, which is a double pad system with a containment pocket. And we're just going to talk about how this came about. I want to introduce my mother, Kathy, to you. She has 39 years of experience working with medically fragile students in special education, and she has changed over 200,000 diapers throughout her career. She is retired now. The first question I want to ask you, Mom, is what motivated you to create this innovative diaper that minimizes blowouts and wetouts?
One day I was just at work, and when you diaper someone, the output of an adult person or an adult adolescent is more than what a diaper can contain. And I was just so frustrated trying to use pad after pad, sometimes 3 diapers, sometimes a diaper and 2 pads positioned differently. Boys are tricky, trying to get them positioned so that urine stays inside the diaper and not down the side of the legs. And that's the day I had just had it. It was like, I'm so tired of changing boys that the diaper's not even wet with 3 pads on the diaper and their pants and everything are soaked all the way down their legs. And I thought, I'm just done. I'm going to create something that will contain the feces and the urine from an adult person. And then a couple days later, I had a student that was a young woman, and she was positioned in a stander, which of course it helps you to go to the bathroom, just like exercising or walking. And so every time we'd put her in the stander, she'd have this giant blowout that would go up her back, down her legs, into her shoes. And I know this sounds awful, but it would happen. This is just real life, what happens to disabled people and the caretakers that have to take care of them and clean it up. And so I took her in the bathroom, and I was heartbroken because even though she mentally was 1.5 to 2 years, she was still so upset because she knew that she'd caused this giant mess, and now we had to clean her up. And I have her on the table, and I'm changing her, and she had her hands covering her eyes, crying and saying, no, 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 no. And she was just devastated that I was having to clean up this mess that she knew she had done, but had no control over. And that's what finally did it for me. I thought, this is the saddest thing. And I'd seen it many a times in my life. And so I went home, and that summer, I spent the whole summer creating and sewing diapers. And I made many different prototypes, trying to figure out the best way to contain the feces and the urine. So at the end of summer, I had about 100 diapers sewn, and I took them into school because I thought, this is great because I can put these on the kids and I can see where I need to adjust making the diapers and how to make it to be a better diaper. And then we had this brilliant idea to make a containment pocket. Here's our sample that we created. If this diaper is placed correctly and you have the rectum inside this hole, it will go up and be contained in here and contained on the sides and the legs. And then this right here, because adults put out at least 3 to 4 cups of liquid. Usually you urinate and have a bowel movement at the same time, so you have way more liquid and feces coming out. This is extra padding to help absorb.
Just roll it up inside there.
You can position it however you think is most comfortable on the person you're putting the diaper on, because everybody's anatomy is a little bit different down there. And boys, you can even, so that it doesn't go to the side, so you can keep it inside the diaper. Remember the first part I was talking about how frustrated I was? With this, you can wrap it around male anatomy, and it will help hold it in place so it doesn't slide sideways and go out through the legs.
And plus also just some extra absorbency right there.
And it really works. It's amazing. And the thing about it is you save money with it because you're not buying pads and diapers. So the parents were sending in 2 and 3 big diaper pads to go with their diapers, and they'd still leak through. Sometimes we would even diaper kids like 3 diapers. You would cut a hole in it, and the next one you'd cut a hole in them, and then you put them on them.
In the back sheets.
Yeah, and then you'd even stick a pad, and they would still leak out down the legs, the urine and stuff, especially boys. It would slide to the side, and they'd just pee down their legs. So now we spent $4 each time we were changing the kids, trying to keep them dry. All this money was wasted. When you have a handicapped person in a wheelchair, when they urinate and the diaper doesn't contain, now you have a wet wheelchair you got to scrub down and try to get the smell out of the chair besides changing the student. And so this diaper will save customers a lot.
A lot.
She's got the numbers in her head.
But right? And so much time and so much quality of life. You know that the statistics show that fecal incontinence especially is an indicator for a risk of institutionalizing loved ones. So this is going to help with that.
Yes. So then I had another student, and I made them each a couple, my parents, and I'd send them home and ask them to put them on it at nighttime to see if it would contain nighttime amount of output. And one of the moms came back the next day and said to me, "Make me more." She said, "Those are the best diapers I've ever used." And it was the first time her son had woke up dry in 7 years, where she didn't have to change his bedding and she didn't have to change his clothes. And I don't think people realize, besides the diaper and washing and dignity and cleaning them all up, the work and the money it cost to wash bedding every night, to wash their pajamas, to scrub their wheelchairs down. It's a lot of work besides the lifting and diapering and changing of the person. So besides the dignity of the individual, it's going to save so much time. And in care facilities, the money it'll save a care home or a care facility is huge because they won't be changing and washing all that bedding. Their CNAs aren't going to have to spend 25 minutes now cleaning up feces and urine off of the person, the bed, the clothes, the wheelchair, and everything. It will be a lifesaver all the way around for everyone that has anything to do with medically fragile or medically complex people.
Or seniors.
Or seniors. Yeah, how many of you have your parents in your home, or you couldn't take care of your mom anymore because you just couldn't keep her dry, you couldn't lift them, you couldn't change their diaper. It just got so overwhelming to you when, if you had our SecurePocket, that you wouldn't be as frustrated trying to keep your loved ones at home.
And spouses also.
Yeah,
and spouses as caregivers. And we're headed into a caregiver shortage as we speak. So this product is going to be a huge help to help the baby boomers stay in their homes for longer as they age.
So I have another friend or another scenario where I have a friend that I made some of these diapers for and gave to her, and she has been our biggest advocate. Her eldest brother had a stroke, and she ended up taking care of him for 2 years, and he was totally bedridden. She had to tube feed him, change him. Every night she said that she'd have to change him 3 times a night. She had to get up and go to work every day while she was getting up during the night and changing him and changing his bedding. And when I told her about the diaper, she asked me to make her some, and I made her some diapers, and she has just been my biggest advocate. She's like, they worked. They contained the amount of liquid that he would put out, and I didn't have to change him 3 times a night. So it's just a testimony that they really do work. They won't contain 100% of the time, but you're going to get 90% containment and so much less work in taking care of your loved ones.
So we're in the pre-manufacturing stage right now, and we're really excited. So if you do go to our website, we have a survey on there that you can fill out expressing what your needs are. And this kind of stuff will help us be able to get this product covered by Medicaid. So we can use your support that way by filling out our survey and signing up for our newsletter so that you'll get all the information as soon as this thing is ready to launch and ready for pre-sales. You can do that by going to our website. So thank you for listening to our story, and thank you, Mom, for sharing your powerful story of how this came about and how you're literally going to change the world, and you're transforming the world by transforming diapers and the way that they work.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited because I know this will be a new innovation in the world. We really do need your support, so please check out our website. Take a little bit of time and fill out our survey so we know how we can better serve you. Thank you very much for your time.